What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick Ruiz back here on another video. Quick side note before we get into today's video. I want to just mention the fact that I know I've been really inconsistent on YouTube. Honestly, 2K21 Next Gen is just very low in views. I'm sure you guys know. But I really want to start talking about the NBA on this channel. I'm really into NBA basketball. I'm a Celtics fan. I want to start talking about more basketball, so that's what I'm going to start doing. Today, I want to talk about the GOAT debate, and I want to talk about why the GOAT debate is just overrated and it's over-talked about, but also why it'll never not be talked about, okay? Before we get into that, I want to talk about who I think my GOAT is, okay? This is going to ruffle some feathers. I think LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. Some people are going to agree with that, and some people are going to disagree with that. Some people are going to hate that I said that, and others are going to love that I said that. Just like with Jordan, okay? Let's get into why this will never not be a discussion, okay? There will be a mass extinction before people stop talking about the GOAT debate. People will go into the grave talking about their GOATs. The reason this will never not be talked about is because it gets the most amount of clicks and views. Think about your favorite talk shows or favorite things on social media, even some of your favorite YouTubers. What would these people and networks do without the GOAT debate? Let's take Shannon and Skip for an example, okay? I watch them. They're funny. They're hilarious, man. They are hilarious. I love Shannon, and I also like Skip. Even though Skip's always talking bad about LeBron, I like Skip. Their show is funny. And what do? Every episode, they either go over the game highlights, right, for the NFL and the NBA, or they're talking about who's the greatest of all time, LeBron or Jordan. Shannon's always talking about how LeBron's the greatest of all time, and Skip is always taking a crap on LeBron. Like, that's just how it is. They're always talking about the GOAT debate. There's just some episodes, full episodes, where it's just the GOAT debate, and it's almost every episode, too. But the reason that it's always going to be relevant is because that gets the most views. What would they do if they didn't have the GOAT debate? Think about that. Just talking about highlights is not going to get you clicks. Let's face the facts. But if you talk about the GOAT debate, you get the clicks. And that gets them more ad revenue, makes them more money, things like that. Without the GOAT debate, it doesn't work. Every episode is basically the same, but people love to watch it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't like to watch it. But let's compare this, right? Like, a lot of people, when talking about the GOAT debate, they try to convert when arguing about who the GOAT is. And I'm going to relate this to religion, okay? As a Christian, follow me for a sec. I'm a Christian, okay? When talking about religion, Christians, as a Christian, I know Christians are always trying to spread the word of God, which is what we're supposed to do. And we're constantly telling people about God. And it's our job to spread his word, and that's good. But we can't tell people what to believe. We can't force anybody to do anything in this life. That regards to anything, but especially Christianity. We can spread the word. It's just up to that person whether they want to believe it or not. We can't force them to do anything. Same thing with the GOAT debate, okay? Like I just said, I think LeBron's the GOAT. But guess what? There's nothing you can say to me in a debate. You can talk about facts. You can talk about Defensive Player of the Year. You can talk about anything. You can't convert me to think that Jordan's the GOAT. Same thing with Jordan stands, okay? And this is basically how it goes. There's Jordan fans. There's LeBron fans, okay? People think Jordan's the GOAT. People think LeBron's the GOAT. And then there's like a third area, which is basically the other. People think Kobe's the GOAT. Older fans think Larry Bird's the GOAT. Some people may think Magic's the GOAT. Because if Magic hadn't had that thing happen to him, he could have won a couple more titles. Some people think Kareem's the GOAT because he's the all-time scoring leader. Some people may think Bill Russell's the GOAT because he's like one of, if not the best defensive players of all time. Some people might think Shaq's the greatest of all time. Some people might think Tim Duncan's the greatest of all time. Like, people have their own GOAT. Same thing with those players I just named. And the next generation, I guarantee you, they're going to start saying players like Kevin Durant's the GOAT. They're going to start saying Curry's the GOAT. And Similar to how Jordan fans look at us LeBron fans, because Jordan fans, they watch Jordan play, so they think Jordan's the GOAT. Most LeBron fans, we grew up watching LeBron, so we think LeBron's the GOAT. Same thing for the next generation. Same way Jordan fans look at us LeBron fans weird for thinking LeBron's the GOAT, that's how we're going to look 10 years from now when people start saying Steph Curry's the GOAT. We're going to be like, what are you talking about? Are you dumb? In our head, we're going to think that. But again, think back. Remember about the converting. You can't convert anyone to think that the other person's GOAT is the GOAT. Me and my friend, he'll be nameless. Every day in high school at lunch, we would have the GOAT debate. I would say LeBron's the GOAT. My friend would say Jordan's the GOAT. And every day we'd bring up accolades, facts, stats, accomplishments, you name it. We would argue every day at lunch over who the GOAT was. And at the end of it, we never converted each other to believe the other person the GOAT. No one ever won. And that's another thing. No one ever wins these debates. And one thing I've noticed is about Jordan fans is Jordan was a great player. Okay, here's the difference between me, a LeBron fan, and a Jordan fan. I noticed this because my friend was a Jordan fan. Jordan fans, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend. They are the meanest fan base I think I've ever seen. Jordan has the meanest fan base I've ever seen on my 18 years on this planet, okay? It's because they can't take no for an answer. Like, it goes so far. Some Jordan fans are lethal, man. Like, if you say someone else is the GOAT, they won't talk to you. They'll cut you out of your life. They won't like you. They'll jump you. Some people do that. When talking about sports, some people do that. It never got that serious with me and my friends at lunch, but some people will legit fight over who they think the GOAT is. Here's the difference between Jordan fans that think Jordan's the GOAT and me, a LeBron fan who thinks LeBron's the GOAT. The difference is I know why people say Jordan's the GOAT, and I understand why people bring that argument up. Same with Kobe Bryant. Now, LeBron and Jordan fans probably look at Kobe fans think Kobe's the GOAT, and we might think that's a little weird. R.I.P. Kobe. But legit, some people think Kobe's the GOAT. But Jordan fans, they'll argue with anybody who thinks anybody other than Jordan's the GOAT. They don't like you. Okay? I understand why people think Jordan's the GOAT. The difference is Jordan fans, on the other hand, they don't understand why we say LeBron's the GOAT. You get what I'm saying? Like, Jordan fans don't like us. And that's why this will always be talked about. It's insane in my opinion. I wish people would stop talking about it because it's an overrated topic. Because again, you can't convert anybody to think a certain way in any regard, man. People have their opinions. But hey, man, it do be entertaining sometimes. But all I'm saying is the GOAT debate, I wish it would be talked about less because people have their own GOAT. And you can bring whatever you want into the conversation. Accomplishments, stats. You can't convert me to think that Jordan's the GOAT because I think LeBron's the GOAT. And part of it has to do with growing up playing with them. But hey, man, I just wanted to talk about this real quick, get this off my chest. What are your guys' thoughts on the GOAT debate? Who do you think the GOAT is? I'm just kidding, bro. I want to stop talking about it. And this is why I'm never going to try and debate someone ever again. Because it's just a waste of time, man. You can't convert someone. But what are your thoughts on the GOAT debate? What are your thoughts on my opinion? What are your opinions? Please don't attack me. I was just trying to talk about the NBA and what's on my mind. I'm excited for this NBA season to start up. Basketball is here again. But yeah, man, it's been your boy Nick Ruiz. Love you all. I'm out for now. Peace.